This is IODA, the Internet Outage Detection and Analysis Project. The project is led by Georgia Tech's Internet Intelligence Lab. Join us as we explain how journalists can use IODA to understand and investigate major connectivity events using Kenya's June 25th, 2024 disruption as a case study. On June 25th, Kenya experienced a severe nationwide internet outage. The timing was explosive. It came during mass protests against the controversial Finance Bill of 2024, which raised taxes on bread, fuel, mobile money, and digital products. The bill sparked youth-led demonstrations under hashtags like #RejectFinanceBill2024 and #OccupyParliament. That day, clashes escalated when protesters stormed Parliament. At least 22 people were killed. Just 2 days later, President William Ruto withdrew the bill. Importantly, the day before the internet outage, the Communications Authority of Kenya insisted it had no plans to shut down the internet. IODA monitors connectivity with three primary signals. BGP routing tells us whether networks are visible for routing data. Active probing, whether devices in the country still respond to pings, and telescope data, which is aggregations of a sort of internet pollution. At 1:30 p.m. UTC and 4:30 p.m. local time, both active probing drops sharply and BGP shows its first slight drop, followed by an increased drop. At the worst point, about half of the networks stop responding to IODA's pings. Recovery began around 8:30 p.m. UTC, which is 11:30 p.m. local time, and the disruption lasted 7 hours in total. IODA also saw concurrent outages in Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania. That pattern points to shared infrastructure, such as a subsea cable, a terrestrial backbone, or a landing station fault. This is an important distinction. When multiple countries are affected, it's usually infrastructure failure, not a single country shutdown. Operators Airtel and Safaricom told customers the outage came from an undersea cable cut. An industry figure suggested it could have been Peace and Dare 1 cables, but neither company nor the regulator named the cables or described recovery efforts. That contrasts with a May 2024 cable cut during which operators gave detailed updates, and the regulator issued a clear press release about what was being done. On June 25th, 2024, there were no such detailed updates. IODA's research into temporal signatures of shutdowns versus spontaneous outages helps compare shutdowns with this infrastructure failure. For Kenya, the outage coincided with protests. Shutdowns are 9 times more likely to occur during protests. It started almost exactly at the half-hour mark, also typical of shutdowns. It lasted about 7 hours, closer to the shutdown median duration. But other features lean toward a spontaneous outage or the so-called cable cut. The regional footprint across East Africa and the one-time event is more indicative of a spontaneous outage, as our historic data shows. On balance, this June 25th, 2024 event in Kenya showed 3 indicators of a shutdown, 2 of a spontaneous outage, and 1 inconclusive. In short, a mixed picture with signs of both. Another red flag, repair time. Subsea cable repairs take days to weeks. In March 2024, damage off West Africa left some countries offline for a week, and full repairs took over a month. That makes a 7-hour repair window in Kenya implausible, raising doubts about the official subsea cable cut explanation. For journalists, the takeaway is this: use IODA's 3 primary signals to confirm real nationwide disruptions. Check neighboring countries to spot a regional fault. Compare official explanations against the data and past cases. IODA doesn't reveal motives, but it gives independent, verifiable evidence that helps journalists ask better questions. Explore it yourself at IODA.live.